Good morning, good morning. It's Delulu with you at the Breakfast Club, and we've got a very special episode planned for you today. I'm here with my favorite co-host. Good morning.
Good morning, Delulu. Good morning, Sabah al Khair. Bayani Bash Qadam Tochen Brakhta. This is Dilo with you on the Breakfast Club, as you said, for this very, very special show.
And it's very special because today we are introducing and bringing back to you our wonderful, talented, amazing Helly Luv. Good morning.
Good morning.
How are you today?
I'm so excited to be here, honestly.
I can't tell. If you're excited, if you think you're excited, you have no idea where we are at the moment. It's a pleasure to have you here. How are you doing today?
I'm good.
Good.
I had to wake up early for you guys, honestly.
I'm sorry, but we have to do it for the masses. You know, everyone's up waiting to hear this show, so it's going to be good. You've been very busy. We've been watching your career from the very beginning. There's so much to go on. Now, I know you and I both have 24 hours in a day. I know that for sure. Somehow you manage to fit in a lot more than I do. I'm not exactly sure how you do it. We've managed to catch you. You've given us some time. Between your music, the fashion, the beauty, hospitality, and now the new film that you've just released. It's in the cinemas now, and it's called Don't Forget Me. Do you ever actually slow down?
Honestly, even when you say slow down, it makes me like depressed. Like even the word, like I don't see myself slowing down. Why would I slow down? As much as I have this energy and passion and as much as God gives me long life, I will always keep going. I feel like I'm gonna be one of those, you see like those old ladies on Instagram with full glam and makeup and this one and living your life and going strong. I love that.
Why not?
Yeah.
Why not?
By the way, first thing I want to say, thank you so much for having me, because I have a very special connection with Babylon, because when I first started my career, my first song, Risk It All, Babylon was the first radio station that actually played my song. So as a new upcoming artist, I never forget that.
We've seen some of the photos of you many years back with the original team, and it's a pleasure to have you back on here.
Thank you so much. Thank you for having me.
Shout out to Noor, to the
shout
all
out
colleagues,
to
the OGs.
Yes, if they're watching, I'm sure they'll be.
Oh no, definitely they're going to be watching us. They're going to be watching us. So,
Helly, when you grew up,
did
you know at that time that you were meant to do all this, to have this life, this special life, to do all these big things, or did it come later in a way?
To be honest with you, I always knew that I would be doing this. Because since very young age, my father used to take me to like theater and musical school and ballet and piano. And I always grew up with music and dancing and performing. So it was so natural to me. And I always felt like I'm going to be a singer in front of the camera, in front of the stage. And that's why I don't know anything else. This is what I feel like this is what I'm good at. And I feel like I manifested it. Even in such a young age, I always knew like this is what I would be doing.
And you worked on it. It doesn't appear all of a sudden. You worked on it.
Very much training and like it didn't happen one day for me, honestly. Like I have very long story from Finland as a refugee growing up and with a very poor family. But I always knew what I wanted. I always was so passionate about it. And also because my family didn't have a lot of money, but I always tried to learn, teach myself. And then finally, I would go to Los Angeles and I worked as a waitress and I would teach dancing. And I would go into offices and big corporation offices. I would just beg them like, please take me. Like I want to learn. Like even if they would not give me salary, I wouldn't care. I just wanted to learn. And I would take this money that I collected and book my ticket and go to Los Angeles by myself. I had nobody there, nobody waiting for me.
That's crazy.
And I went, even today, I asked my mom, like, how did you let me go there when I was 18? And she told me, the way you are right now, you was at 18.
Yeah.
Wow.
So once I went there, I faced so many horrible things, honestly. But I always knew that this day would come for me.
I mean, you've evolved, you've done so many things. You started as an artist and you're an entrepreneur, now a filmmaker.
Mm-hmm.
You've basically gone step by step, growing I want to say every year, but for you it's like every day there's something new with all your new ideas. What is it inside you that keeps you pushing? What is it that helps you evolve?
You know, I'm just so passionate about what I do. I love it. I don't feel like it's work for me. I don't do it for the money. I don't do it for anything like that. It's just gives me so much happiness. I love creating. Like, I want to see Helly Luv, what she will do if she builds a restaurant, what I do if I create a movie, what I do if I write a book. I just want to use the creativity and everything. You just have one life, and life is so short. Like, if you don't use it, then why are you here for? What are you doing? Like, for me, it's just to inspire people.
Yeah.
And
which you're definitely doing. I mean, you've
Thank
got
you.
masses of fans out
Thank
there,
you.
and everyone, you know, looks at you, and even personally myself, I look at you and I think this woman is amazing. You know, I look at everything you've done and the way you build and your confidence and the story that you've told us, you know, where you started and where you ended up, and hopefully in the future to become, you know, even more incredible than you already are. So it's inspiring to so many people, and I say it especially to women in this region who are looking for strong role models, for people, you know, especially in a situation where sometimes we're told, oh, you can't do it because you're a girl. You can't do it because it's not acceptable. You can't do it.
I lived through that.
To see that, exactly, and to see that, you know, that you are breaking through the barriers is very inspirational.
Thank you.
So to see that you've all done all of this, and then suddenly you had an idea to do a film.
Yes.
And that's, you know, from what you were doing to move into movie making, to move into a film, it's a huge step. What made you feel that this was the right time to tell this story?
You know, actually, I wrote the film 3 years ago.
Okay.
And I had an opportunity to do this film, and I was thinking very hard, like, what should I do? What should I write about? What should the film be about? And I just couldn't stop thinking about what happened in 2015, 2016. Also because I was here, I experienced it. I'm sure you guys also was here. And also I have a very personal experience what happened during that time. So it made me just, like, really, it broke my heart seeing, like, people would just forget those stories, and especially the young girls that we still don't know where they are. We have no idea. They've probably been sold to Epstein. We don't know, because during that time, that was exactly the time when they would traffic the girls. So it just broke my heart, and I was like, if there's anything I can do, let me do this. And it wasn't easy, honestly, at all. It was very, very difficult, because you had to go back to that time and relive those moments and those traumas. And I was interviewing people, I was reading, I was watching the documentaries, and it was so hard. But I had to do it. It was very important to do it, because this is the history of us. If we don't tell our stories, then who's going to tell our stories?
And you became the voice
Especially
of the
our enemies are not going to tell our stories. So we have to write our history and our stories.
Yeah, and the name of the film is very relevant. Don't forget me.
Yes.
And you wrote this film, you directed this film.
Yes.
You acted in this film. So how is
there anything you didn't do in this film?
She did basically everything.
I'm telling you, there's a magical time thing.
There was a joke in the crew. They would all say, like, if she can also hold the camera, she will also kick us out here, and she will hold the camera.
But that's the best way to do exactly what you want, what you have in mind, you know, to be involved in everything. But acting is not easy. So how did you do that? Was it natural for you? Did you need to learn, to train for this, or how was it?
Honestly, I don't know if I'm a good actor. Actress, I mean.
Well, we've seen the movie. I think we're good.
I can't judge it myself. Like, I don't know if I'm a good actress, but I think acting is more like being honest and showing your emotion and being vulnerable. And it's not about acting, you know. It's all about feeling. So I used my own trauma, and I used all my own experience to you know, act my character. And I don't know. I think you guys have to go see it and tell me if I'm a good actress or not.
Definitely.
Yeah.
The story is
and I never had acting lessons, actually.
Yeah, that's the thing.
Yeah.
some people
maybe
just have
I
the
should.
talent. If you have
Maybe
the talent,
I should. I don't know.
For the next film.
Maybe, yeah.
So the story of the film, there's not going to be any spoilers, but the story follows a Kurdish American journalist, and the name's Baran. Who is captured by ISIS and escapes alongside other women. You wrote the story.
Yeah.
Right. What made you choose to tell the story from the journalist's perspective? Why not from just a regular, maybe a village girl, or just...
I know.
What made you choose to show this perspective specifically?
So I have a very personal connection with my character, Baran.
Okay.
She plays the journalist. She's also ex-military. But why I choose her? Because a lot of people might know that Shifa Gardi, she was my best friend. She was like my only friend, honestly, because I have very, very small circle. It's so hard to talk about this. She, one of the bravest women I've ever met. During the war, she was one of the only females that was brave enough to go and report the war live. You know, she would go to Mosul and she would come back. And during this time, I would always make sure that once she go there, I would tell her, like, when you please, like, just text me back when you get like signal and just let me know. And she would go and come back, and I would always be so worried. And she would always tell me, no, this is my job. Like, I have to do this. And she loved what she did.
Yeah.
So I even have her last messages on my phone when she tell me, she says, today I was very scared. We went to a house that was completely ruined, and it was full of TNT. But thank God I came back. And then the next day, same thing. She would go back there, and I would tell her, please text me when you come back, when you get signal, and
no message.
She just never texted me back. And yeah, that was so difficult. That was so hard. But I know Shifa did what she loved and what she was passionate about. And that's why I chose my character. So there's a little strong, not little, very big, strong soul in my Baran character that plays Shifa.
And about this connection, I'm sure there's also a strong connection with the Peshmerga. The Peshmerga were very important at that time, they have always been, but during this specific time. And you show them in this film. So what did it mean for you to be able to have this opportunity to represent them in your film?
So I think what Peshmerga means to me, it means to all of Kurds. My grandfather, he was a very big Peshmerga. He was with Mala Mustafa also. My father was a Peshmerga. And even when you look back, my first music video, Risk It All, I had the Kurdish Peshmerga outfit. Everybody tell me, what are you wearing? Aiba, Sharma, what is this? Why don't you wear the female dress? I said, no,
really cool.
I want to wear this one.
It was very cool.
It was very cool. I loved it. And I wear it so proudly. I think I have more Peshmerga outfits, uniforms, than I have for females. Really? I swear. They're so beautiful. And when you wear it, you just feel like a very
empowered
spirit.
Yes,
I love it. So, of course, they are heroes. If we don't have Peshmerga, then we cannot sit here and have this chat. Like, they are the ones who are sacrificing. They are the ones who are protecting and giving so much for us. So, who else we should talk about? Of course, we're going to talk about Peshmerga. They are everything to us.
So, now you have international visibility and a big audience, international, everywhere, people following you everywhere from the Kurdish community, but not only, beyond this community. So, do you feel responsible for using your voice to bring the attention on the history, on what happened, and even more broadly, not only on this? Do you feel responsible for this?
I don't feel responsible. I feel honored. I feel like it's my duty. If God have blessed me and all the fans have supported me with all this platform, then how I'm not gonna use it? I have to use it. It's like my voice belongs to the people. My voice belongs to them. So if there's anything I can do to showcase that, if I can show who we are and what happened to us, like through cinema, through art, through music, then of course I'm gonna do that.
You lived this story as a writer of the movie, as a director, as an actor. And I can imagine it was very emotionally taxing, draining, enlightening, empowering, so many emotions that went through, you would have gone through. But it is a very sad story, and there is a lot of trauma in it. How did carrying this trauma and the survival narrative affect your personality as yourself, not as an actor, but you yourself? You finished the movie. How did it change you?
Like I said, what happened through Shifa, I felt even more empowered to share the story.
Okay.
I didn't feel sad. I felt more strong. I felt like this is what I have to do. And you know, there's a scene in the film which was the one of the hardest scenes to do, was when we see the killing, the beheading of Shahid Hojam.
Yeah.
And of course we had an approval from his family to do it. And when you see me shooting that scene, when I'm in the jail and I hear the ISIS, they are like about to kill him, that moment when I was doing, I didn't even feel I was acting anymore. I was looking at it and feeling, and I just broke to pieces. And I think that's why that scene is very powerful, and it has so much impact. And everyone who sees the scene,
it's moving. It's
very
moving.
very tough to watch, because I wasn't acting, I was living that moment, and it was so sad, so horrible, so I don't know, it's so hard to describe it. But
on the positive, you have used your voice to share the knowledge. And like we say, you know, if you don't share what you know, if you don't use your voice to spread the news and spread history, then it will get lost. And this is something that you're doing, and you should be very proud of what you're doing, especially for, you know, the younger generations who may have heard stories but maybe not understand the entirety of what's happened, or for people from the outside, you know, for instance, like me, I don't have a very deep understanding of history, but having seen the movie, I'm like, okay, I get it now, and some of the names are more, it's like it makes it clearer in your head. So what you've done is an incredible feat.
Thank you.
And it's very successful, and I'm sure it's going to get more and more successful. We're going to lift a little bit before we all start crying and get very upset. Let's lift it a bit. Okay, let's go into the girly stuff. Go. You and me, you just sit on the side. No, don't leave. Just give me a minute. So so now you're on set, you're filming. Don't forget me. This is your movie. This is thing. Obviously, you need to be taking care of yourself. There are some grueling scenes. You know, you're in different environments. I need to know.
Okay.
Woman to woman, what beauty or self-care thing you didn't drop? What is that tip? Give us that tip that kept you going throughout the whole movie.
Well, first of all, let me tell you, we were shooting in Hassan Sham, which is like 1 hour away from Erbil.
Yes.
We were shooting in this little town, this little village that was ruined by Daesh.
Okay.
So also because of my character, and because I wanted really people to really see my character and the story, I wasn't really so much taking care or like
but you still look so beautiful.
I do.
It doesn't make sense. I need to understand what your tips are.
I wanted people to see my character and story. I didn't care so much how I looked. And I love to take challenges and roles like that where I don't look like Helly Luv, the usual Helly Luv you're used to. So the more uglier or like, I don't know, next I think I want to play like a horror character, because I don't want people to see like the same face. But like beauty, honestly,
something you did, just give us a tip so all of us can go home tonight and, you know, do what we need to do.
You know, I was dragged in the mud like almost every day, and the full place was full of like toxic and chemicals of the war, and I was being dragged around. So I used to just go home and just wash my
soap and water. There you have it, guys. Helly Luv's tip for beautiful faces. Soap and water, scrub it off.
Just shower.
Just shower. Just be clean.
I swear, I had this much of like dirt on me. Like I looked crazy. Like my hair and the skin. Yeah. So yeah, just
wash it off, ladies. Wash it off.
That's it. And so where can we watch the film now?
The film is in cinemas right now in Erbil and Duhok and Suleimania. Next, we are gonna see if we're gonna do it in Baghdad, and then we're gonna start the world tour. We're gonna start probably with Dubai and then go to Europe and hopefully to USA in the end.
Hopefully.
Yeah,
exciting.
Or we're gonna sell it to Netflix, but
that's the thing. Sell it to Netflix.
Either Netflix, either Prime or Amazon. There's many like platforms.
Guys, if anyone's listening from those platforms, reach out. We're here. We're here.
Exactly.
Text me.
What about competitions? Maybe some competitions.
Competitions
like Cannes Festival and many other festivals.
You know? Actually from films is like once you go to cinema, it's like it's too late. You choose that. You choose cinema, you don't choose the festivals. Okay.
I just added this question just in case of cameras. Because I was curious about this, you know, many people.
Yeah. Festivals are good, but My film is more mainstream.
Yeah.
It's more for the cinemas.
It's better.
Yeah.
It's a film for the people.
Exactly, it's for the people, so voice for the people.
Yeah.
You are one of the first women in Kurdistan to build businesses on a global scale. What were the biggest challenges you've faced early on?
Well, probably something that you can already imagine. Like,
I already know the answer. Without you answering me, I know the answer.
Well, in a very dominated male country, like, what do you expect? Like, everybody would be just...
He's like, I'm sorry.
It's not my fault.
It's all right, Dilo.
It's okay, we understand. And it was a bit shocking also for everyone. Like, how is she doing this? And who is doing it? And where is she getting these ideas? I swear, I have everyday people coming. And they're taking pictures of the design. And they're like, who's the designer? Who's the architect? And what is the
Where
agency?
is he?
And this, and I'm
What's
like,
his name?
Like, you're looking at her. Like, it's me. But I don't know. And then the second thing, which I hate, is like the comments like, oh, like what she has done, like to get there, and this one.
Yeah.
It's really sad that we don't give credit to smart and creative and successful females that are kicking ass. Honestly, like this, like it. I don't know.
It's true. You have a point.
What can we do? You know,
it's
but
true, because you'll never look at a man and say that, oh, you know, who, you know, what's he done to get there? It's always whenever women, they're like, oh, okay, you know, what's she doing? How, who's behind her? Who's backing her?
And people don't know that I go from very, very details. I'm involved. Like if I'm doing the restaurant, I go to the manufacturers. I go to now I'm opening a restaurant. I've literally been there and choosing the ceramics, the design, and how it's going to be, like from spoons to like big designs, the walls, everything. And that's also what I love to do. But people find that very shocking. They're always asking, like, who's the, you know, where are you getting these ideas from? And this one, like, I don't know. It's a bit sad, but like, what can you do? And then what turns out to happen, I do something very different, and then after a few months, you see like everyone is doing the same thing.
They're all copying.
I remember when I opened my salon, La Vion Salon. This is now like 9 years ago. And I told the design team, I said, I want to do like a palace. And I want it to be very classic and curves and arches and this. I'm like, no, qalat is like this. It's all curves and it's very ugly. It's very old. Like, I said, no, this one. It's like, no, you should do like modern and, sorry. You should do like modern and this. And once I did it, you would see all the Bakhtiari or anywhere else. You'd see all the cafes, all the restaurants, all the like lighting stores. They were all the same designs. So I was like, okay, I guess they like it.
But that's how you succeed. When you have something in mind, you just stick to this idea, and people will tell you this is not the right thing to do. And they will give you a lot of opinions. But at the end, you only know what you want to achieve, and you will make it succeed. So and you started a lot of not only businesses but many initiatives, let's say. And amongst all of this, which one was the hardest? Maybe which venture was the hardest to start?
Hardest? They all been very hard because this is like a new area where I'm building all of these new ideas. But the hardest was convincing Dolce & Gabbana and all of other international like luxury high brands from Italy and France to come to Kurdistan, Iraq. Just tell me how you're gonna do that.
You did it.
I went to Milan and I had a team of like people that would take me to these meetings, but they wouldn't guarantee what would happen. So it's like it's on you. It's you and God. And I went to these meetings, and I swear God, I sat there, and it's like full of Italians, and the Alfonso Dolce, who's like the owner of the Dolce & Gabbana, he would look at me like this, up and down, and I felt so nervous. But it was just me and my little iPad and all the designs and everything, and I would tell him like, look, this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna create like a museum, multi-brand store with Italian designs and architecture and statues and this one. And he would just look at me, he's like, what is this? Like, he said, where are you gonna do this? You know? And I was like, Middle East. You know, I would just keep avoiding. He's like, where? And I was like, Erbil. And he's like, where? Is in Dubai? And then
just
I was
next
like,
to Dubai.
just not far. You know, not so close, not so far. And then finally, when I said Kurdistan, and they say, what is Kurdistan? Kazakhstan, Kyrgyzstan, and then finally, when I said Iraq, he stopped. He's like, Mamma mia. And he started yelling in Italian to his team, like, what is this? What is this? And he looked at me, he's like, are you serious? This is what you want to do?
Yeah.
You know it's a big risk. You are investing a lot to this. But then he said, okay, since you have so much belief and you trust yourself and you know that you can do it, then okay, we'll give you a chance. Let's see how you're going to do it. And this is now 3 years in.
Amazing.
You made it happen. Yeah, definitely.
And I remember when I went there, everybody told me, you're not going to succeed. There's no way you can bring Dolce & Gabbana to Iraq. Like, are you crazy? And then even the people who took me there, the Italians, they told me, like, after the interview, after the meeting, they told me, actually, Helly, we are very sorry, but we were sure you would never get it, you know, but it's our job to take you there. But what you did in that room is magical.
Do you notice that you achieved everything people told you you will not be able to do?
Yeah, so keep telling me no. I will do it all.
Exactly, exactly. And you learned a lot of things. You know, we mentioned acting and everything. You have a lot of skills. You need a lot of skills for this. One of them is probably leadership, because you cannot manage all this by yourself.
Yeah.
So what did you learn about this leadership while, you know, building brands and all these teams, you know, working with you? Tell us about this.
You know, actually, I never learned. I think I learned from my mistakes. And that's how I just became better and better, because nobody never taught me how to be a leader or like how to, you know, do this. I learned from my mistakes, and I learned on my journey to be a good leader. I guess I'm a good leader, I don't know. But I think one thing that really helps me is having empathy, understanding my team, because once I was in Finland and I was working as a waitress and I was collecting my money. So nowadays when I have a restaurant and I see my staff carrying those things, I know exactly how they feel. I know that. And I think that brings me, like, that makes me probably a better leader, because I know from the experience how they feel.
You know what I like? I feel a lot of humility in what you're mentioning, because you started from scratch, and as you said, you started as a waitress. Yeah. And many of us, like Lulu
anything.
and
I was doing everything just to learn,
exactly.
just to get experience.
Just to work, to see the real world, and then you can level up and do things. And the mistakes you mentioned, a lot of people, just because of ego, would not be even able to mention the mistakes.
Oh, I've done many mistakes, but
that's how you learn.
That's all that makes me today me. Like, you know, you can't succeed if you don't failure.
Exactly, like anything else. And entrepreneurship, you know, can be quite lonely, challenging. So can you tell us a little more about, you know, the behind the scenes? How is it to start this journey of entrepreneurship?
You know, it is sometimes very lonely, but I try to keep myself thank God I love what I do, but sometimes I do feel lonely, and it's very hard to trust new people. So I have a small circle. And actually, I'm not very social. Like, when I don't like to go to parties and events, like, I'd rather just, you know, be home and be with my friends. Also, there's something that I learned from somebody very important, director, Bahman Qubadi. He always told me, and I kept it. Till today, I kept it. He told me that you have to be like a moon. People can see you, but they can never reach you. This way, you will always hold your standard. This way, people will always look up to you. Once everybody can reach to you, you're done. So I always kept that. Like, that's why you never see me. Of course, I want to go also, but it's like you have to sacrifice for it. Like, if this is what you want to do, you have to be, you know, taking care of these things.
That's amazing advice. A lovely saying. I think I'm going to, you know, use that. But if you were to look back at yourself and go back and give yourself some advice before you built all of these empires, what is what is the one thing that you would tell yourself?
I would tell myself, kick some. Keep going. Do not stop. Do not care what they say, because if they would be in your shoes, they would do the same. Like, that's like, one thing about me is that I never let that affect me. Okay. And I have so much like energy and drive, and there's so many things I still want to do. So yeah.
Amazing.
Yeah, I'll tell her to.
Okay, and why not?
Yeah, why not? Of course,
Why
it's
not?
a good advice. At the
Why
end,
not?
you know,
Why
simpler
not?
is better.
Absolutely.
So
I'm
yeah.
very direct, very honest.
You're
I
right.
can see that. I'm still a bit shocked with that, but okay.
That's actually what
We
I
can
wanted.
peep that out.
Yeah, that's exactly what I wanted to ask you. Are you the same girl? You know, the success sometimes changes people, but I feel you're the same. We could have been friends like 15 years ago
Yeah.
in school or whatever, you know. And are you the same or not? Eventually,
I think I'm still the same. I don't know. Fame hasn't really changed me. I think I'm just more, maybe guarded more, obviously. But there's so much still, like, I'm still the little girl that dreams and has those big goals in life. And like I said, since a young girl, I knew that I would be doing this. But I still have so much that I have to do. But yeah, I think I'm still the same.
That's a good thing. We can feel that, honestly.
No, really.
And you know, when you're Kurdistan, you really like, you're very down to earth. Like you are humbled, you know? So, yeah.
It's the best way to succeed, I think. Yeah, definitely.
True. We talked a little bit about the fashion businesses, Dolce & Gabbana and stuff. You yourself, where do you get your fashion inspiration from?
Honestly, I'm looking at your haircut. I'm like, damn, like I wish
Oh my
I
God,
could
guys,
wear
did you hear that?
that.
Helly Loves likes my hair.
I
Oh
love
my
this
God.
haircut. Like I
Excuse
wish
me.
I could rock that.
Too much. It's too much.
It's like
Thank
this.
You.
Like I just get inspiration from all around and life.
Guys, I'm gonna
and
need a copy of this for my phone. Okay, please. That was
I
just
love
too
it. Looks
much.
so
Thank
amazing on
That's
you.
very kind. Thank
You know, I don't follow trends. I don't. It's just whatever I
you
love.
see
and-
something,
yeah, exactly.
you like it.
Yeah, I don't think it's too much to be following trends and all of this stuff. It's
especially as there's a lot out there. You're
Yeah.
just like, it's very difficult to keep
Exactly.
up. If we were to keep up, every day would be something different, and we'd just like, who are you? But I mean, you carry your fashion very comfortably. You're always looking impeccable,
Thank
incredible, and so it's good to hear that you just go with what you follow your heart.
Yeah, exactly.
It's-
Most of
it's
the time,
amazing.
I'm on like either workout gear or like hoodie and sweatpants, but. Yeah, I do love the glam part of me.
Of course.
Also, I'm very glam
Yes.
girl. I love glamming up. But also, you can see me like, you'll catch me up with no makeup, ponytail, and just tracksuit and just like,
being comfortable.
yeah.
Can you tell us, as a special treat, what is something that people may be surprised to know about you, to learn about your personality? Give us a little treat.
I think people think like I'm a very big party girl and I love like going out and like, it's like totally opposite. Like I'd rather be home and, be on my sweats and just like watch Netflix. And I feel like a little bit awkward when I'm in like social events, honestly. But if you put me on a stage, you put me in front of a camera, there's no one else you'll be looking at. Stage is where I come alive.
That's where you belong.
That's where I belong. But in the social gatherings, I'm like, okay, can we get the fuck out of here? I'm like, okay, I'm done. I'm done. Let's go out. Yeah.
Right. Okay. So being on the stage, being in front of a camera, this is where you feel, this is you. This is where you shine. Is there a moment from your shooting or the production journey that you had that you would never forget? Something that touched you, moved you?
Okay. Are you ready for this?
I'm ready. Wait,
Oh
do
my
I
God.
need
This
tissues?
is horrible what happened.
No.
Funny and horrible.
Okay.
It could have gone very bad.
Okay.
So we're shooting Revolution.
Okay.
So we have a scene where we have to show how the ISIS is coming and attacking this village.
Okay.
So obviously we were shooting this music video in it was like 2.5 kilometers away from the real ISIS because I was shooting it during the war.
Yeah.
So we are there, we're shooting, and we need a scene where we need ISIS to be on top of the tanks attacking the village, right? So we have all these actors there, but we didn't have anyone to play ISIS. So we were just looking around, and there was like Peshmergas going back and forth, and they was like going to the battlefield and coming back. And we were just like, could you guys just like 1 minute like just hold like wear these outfits for us for the scene? And the guy was like, Kakachi, and we are here fighting the Daesh and here you want us to wear them? I was like, Basha, they were like, whatever for you, we will do it. And it was so funny. They was laughing, like honestly, they was like very like couldn't believe what they were doing. And we set up them on the tank and we said action. So the tanks are coming, and I'm watching from the monitor. And all suddenly next to me, there's like a huge, big captain, you know, military captain next to me. And he gets a phone call, and he starts to shout. And he's like, no, Peshmerga.
Oh my God, they thought it was
and
real.
we all just like, I couldn't move. I just look at him like this. And they're acting there. The Peshmerga's on the top of the tank wearing dash. And he's like, no, it's a movie.
It's a movie.
Oh my God. Like literally we all went white. Like we didn't know what happened. I swear it was like 20 minutes after that. It was like,
wow.
And I was like, oh gosh, I'm in trouble. So later on, when the Americans, they find out that I was the one doing, so in their circle, it became like famous, like, this is the crazy girl who was shooting her music video during the war.
Wow.
Yeah, so thanks God, nothing happened.
Nothing
happened. It was
and it's a story
crazy.
you can laugh about. Now you scared me a little bit there. I was like staring at you going,
yeah,
is this safe
it
for
was
radio?
It was great. But
Is this safe for radio?
thank God, nothing happened, and it became like a big joke after that. And
At the point, I thought they would have brought, some real.
I thought they always
people,
like
that would have been.
Can you give us some prisoners?
Can you just like come show us what you do?
Yeah, no, that was I mean, terrible. Yeah, you're sometimes perceived as a little controversial, as you say, because of the environment. A little.
He's been very diplomatic.
You've been
not
very
what I
nice.
would say, actually.
You've been very nice.
Yeah, she calls me diplomatic. But I mean, some people perceive you like this. How do you deal with this, with criticism and the negative comments and hate speech?
You want me to be honest?
Yes, please.
Yes.
I love it.
You love it. Why?
Yes. The thing is, like, if you don't do something different, if people don't see something different, then what are you doing? I don't want to be like the rest. And it's true, I'm very controversial, but I also think I'm pushing the boundary. I am inspiring the youth to be brave and follow your dreams. And this is how you make history. This is how you make legacy. If you're just gonna be like everybody else, then I guess just sit home and be nothing and do nothing.
Yeah, which is fine for many people. But if you want to have you want to have an impact on the society, on your environment, you have to be like this. You have to be outside the box. A little. Not only the way you think, but the way you act.
Yeah, and also you have to be very brave, because what happened to me during my first music video, Risk It All. So I remember my mom called me and she was crying and yelling. She's like, please get out from Kurdistan, get out. My aunt called my mom and told that there is 30 men coming from Duhok, so my home city, for your relatives. They are coming to Erbil and they're going to find you and they're going to kill you.
Yeah.
Or they're going to give money to anyone to bring you to them. And it's so strange. When I was listening to it, I didn't even feel sad or angry. Like, why was there thinking, like, what can you expect? I mean, that time there was no internet. I mean, there was no Instagram. So that's all they knew. I came with very strong, message, and the way I was dancing and the way I was singing. So it was a big bomb. So I really never felt sad. I just knew that one day they're gonna catch up and one day they're gonna understand me, and that day came. Nowadays they all come and their kids is like my biggest fans. Like, please, can you take pictures with this? And I say, yeah, of course, come, let's go eat, let's go have fun. And you
made things change here.
A lot of things. I knew one day they will catch up. The society, and even now, when I'm doing something different, it's okay, because they're gonna catch up in the end. They're going to understand. And I think the young generation is going to appreciate me. The old probably not so.
They do. They already do.
They definitely already do. There have been a lot of, throughout your career, there's been a lot of happy times and happy experiences. But I'm sure you've faced, as we've just discussed, difficulties. What has been the most difficult part of fame for you? Something that people, like us, or just general public, they don't see it. Something as an outsider we wouldn't see that you found the most difficult to deal with?
Like I said, it's very lonely sometimes, and it's hard to trust people.
I'll be your friend, don't worry.
No, I of course.
I understand.
But to trust new people and to go out, I very secure about it.
Yeah.
But you know, there's something very important. I feel like what I'm doing, it has so much more impact for the young generation.
Yeah.
Because when I was starting, there was not one Kurdish female artist that I could look up to, like that was doing English songs or like rapping or like dancing or doing like the songs that I wanted to do. There was nobody.
Yeah.
So I was always looking up to Michael Jackson and Britney Spears. That was my age. That was my time of music. So I felt like I became that, you know, in the end.
Well, you have. You're a superstar. I think so.
Do you have any advice for the young generation? You mentioned the young generation, and you already said, you know, being brave. But do you have any advice for these young people? They have big dreams, but they are afraid. Maybe, you know, in this environment, it can be even more challenging. What do you think?
My advice is, because I grew up in a very poor family, I always tried. Even I knew like all my clothes were from the charity or was donated to us. I didn't have the newest toys. I didn't have the newest clothes, but I always dreamed about it, and I knew that I had to either, like, no matter what, I had to find a way to become successful. I would go to library and taught myself how to do photography, how to do video. That's why today I am directing my own films and this one. You have to find your passion and you have to work for it. You have to be ready also to sacrifice for it. That's why I don't rarely go out, because I want to protect what I have. You have to work hard, but you know, nowadays you can find everything. You can learn everything. When I was young, like, it was still very hard, and because of my family, didn't have a lot of money, so I had to like really work for it. Nowadays you have AI, you have all this resources.
It's so easy now.
It's so much more easier. I feel like the youth might be little bit, don't get angry, little bit lazy, you know. So follow your dreams, work hard, don't give up. The most important, don't give up. Because everybody will tell you no. How they told me no. And I remember when the first time I came, I mean, you guys know I was on the ISIS death list, and also my own family tried to kill me, my relatives, and you know, the mullah was talking about me in Jum'ah.
It's insane.
So, but I never let that happen. I never let that affect me. I just kept going, and that's it.
You made it happen. That's it. There's no other option. If you want to succeed, and with as you said, with the tools we have now, there's no excuse.
You're right.
The only enemy you have is yourself and your laziness. That's it.
Right.
We talk a lot about this.
We do. We talk about a lot about, you know, working hard and not being lazy, and, you know, putting your mind to it, because we believe that if you put your mind to it and you work hard enough, you will get what you deserve. You'll get where you need to be. Future projects. Do you have a secret project that you're working on?
I do have.
You won't tell anyone.
Exciting. We promise.
I think you're gonna love it a lot.
Oh, exciting.
So, first time in Babylon, I'm gonna say it.
Go on.
So I'm releasing my 2-year baby that I've been working on so hard, and it's gonna be HellyLuv Beauty.
Oh,
so I'm gonna be dropping beauty products that I've been working on for so long, and I'm so passionate about it and so excited about, and it's amazing.
That's incredible.
I'll send you.
Oh, perfect. You have to come.
She's not sending
I
me.
will.
No, she's not sending. You don't need it. You're beautiful enough.
Thank
you are
thank
stunning.
you very much.
You don't need
Thank
anything.
Thank you.
That's incredible. Congratulations for
Thank
that.
you. I'm so excited.
You have to come back on and talk to us
I
about
know.
us
I
and
will.
show. That's wonderful. So, it's the first time we hear about it on Babylon.
Yes, first
Your
time.
new project. Excellent. Right. And before we let you go, because we've taken so much of your time, and I know you've got so many other projects and you're busy, 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 I'm going to ask you a question, which is a bit out there, but I want to know what you feel and what your answer is. What is the purpose of life?
The purpose of life to me is you have to find your God-given gift, your talent, and you have to give it back to the world. This is the purpose of life for me. It's so easy to live for yourself, but try living for others. I think this is the whole purpose of life. If you just go through life being selfish and not doing anything to, like, you know, the scariest thing to me is that once I die, that people will forget me.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not scared of actually dying or anything else. It's just like, if you don't inspire people, if you don't leave anything, if you don't use, like, do something, you know, leave something good to this world. Then if not, then what are you doing? So the purpose of life is finding your gift and give it back to the world.
Leave something behind. And on that note, we're going to say thank you so much for taking the time out.
Do I have to go? I don't want to go.
We're very happy. I mean, we can stay here all night.
Do you have anything else you want to say?
Oh my God, thank you so much for having me. Honestly, I have to come back. And I feel like this is the place where I can really express myself.
I feel this is where you can be you.
Yes, I am.
It's your place. It's your home.
Usually in interviews, I'm so nervous because I barely can speak Kurdish, so it's so hard for me. Yeah. But here, I feel like this is my home, and it is.
Perfect.
Thank you.
Come. We're here every day.
So we're here every day. Every morning, we're over here complaining about being, you know, up and early in the morning. You're very welcome to join us.
No, but you guys are doing an amazing job. You guys are the only, like, platform like this in Kurdistan, and we really appreciate it. Thank you so much for waking up early every morning and to doing this.
We do.
We try our best. But yes, so thank you so much for your time.
Thank you.
And we hope to be keeping up with your news. And wish you the best of luck, and we're definitely waiting for you after Eid to talk about your new makeup. Amazing. Thank you.
Thank you.
And that's it for today. We will be back bright and early tomorrow morning. Same as always.
Same as always, of course.
Same as always.
Fresh and early for the Breakfast Club.
Yeah, okay. Fresh and early with some coffee for the Breakfast Club. Have a lovely day. You guys are listening to the best radio station on planet Earth. This is
BabylonFM.
Pa, pa, pa.
Perfect.